Okay, hi YouTube, Mr. User Boss here, and it's finally here, the Nvidia Shield tablet. So I've waited for basically a month and a half for this, and basically a year before that. And so this is kind of an exciting time, and we've got three separate products to unbox. So we've got the Nvidia Shield tablet itself, we've got the Shield wireless controller, which is supposed to be pretty spectacular, and then we've got the Shield case, which I'm doing right now. So I'm interested to see what this is, because I actually paid £25 for this case. And I really don't like this type of case. It doesn't actually cover the back. I tend to get a bit paranoid with new products and I really want to keep them protected. So I'm guessing I will just stick with this because I paid so much for it and it's the official one, but I would have much rather it actually protected the back as well, you know, like the iPad smart case, that kind of thing. But I mean, yeah, this will be good for keeping it at an elevated angle so you can play games, watch movies, do all that other stuff. So a little bit disappointed on that front, but nonetheless it has a very nice feel. Now the Shield controller is something I've been really wanting to see. So a lot of people with their hands-on videos have said that it's an extremely bulky piece of kit, but I actually think that's a good thing. I mean, especially for people like me with quite big hands, a bulky controller is definitely not a bad thing. It gives you more of a meaty feel and a little bit more weight than something like the Xbox 360 or the PS3 controllers, both of which I found slightly on the small side. Okay, so inside the box, I think it's just the controller itself, and I absolutely love the packaging on all of these Nvidia products. They're very, very unified and they all look very impressive. So yeah, the packaging is very, very nice. The controller is sort of embedded in there and it's held in place by the mold. Inside the box, I don't think we have much else, but the controller itself is really something to look at. It's just beautiful, and the actual finish is much, much nicer than anything I've felt before on a controller. It doesn't feel very plasticky, it's got kind of a matte finish, kind of like the PlayStation Vita on the Slim, so it's very, very nice. On top of that, we've actually got a trackpad with a physical click, and also physical volume control buttons, which is an added benefit compared to the Nvidia Shield original model, which didn't have that. On top of that, we can now support headphone out, which means that even when you're not connected to the Shield tablet via a cable directly, you can connect straight to the controller, and you have ultra low latency wireless sound. So, I mean, it's just two manuals in the rest of the box, so pretty straightforward, and nothing too fancy, but the controller itself is where it's really at. There is also a charging cable, but I won't be using that because it just accepts micro USB, and so I've already got loads of those lying around. Now here we come to the really interesting bit. This is the Nvidia Shield tablet, and I bought the standard 16GB model, which is the one that released first. I think the actual official release date in the UK is today. And there's also a 32GB LTE model which releases a couple of weeks later, but I honestly couldn't wait for that, and it cost an extra £60, so I couldn't really see the benefit considering we can just use a micro SD card. Right, so I guess all the pictures are true. It does basically just look like a really big HTC One. But we'll come to that later, we'll just see what else is in there. So we have a kind of nice looking, actually engraved charging adapter, and we have both UK and US slots, which means that they're actually sending the same product to both locations. Kind of interesting actually. So we also have a standard micro USB cable, which again will be of zero use to me, and as far as I can see, nothing else in the box. So I will be doing a full review of this product, but it'll take me a while. I might upload it in a week or so. Only reason being is that there's just so much to this tablet. It's probably the most feature-packed Android device out there at the minute. As well as having all the features of the latest Android, it's also got Nvidia's own stuff such as the direct Stylus, Game Stream, Tegra Zone, and all the other stuff that comes with it. So the actual tablet itself is very, very nice. I really love the back finish, and the weight is actually perfect. You know, a couple of people said it's a bit heavy, and it is slightly heavier than tablets like the Nexus 7 and the iPad Air, but honestly I think it actually feels substantial and nothing more. It doesn't actually feel like it's unnecessarily weighty, and you definitely won't regret it once you see the power inside. So we do have two front-facing speakers which are stereo, they're not mono, and we have the 5-megapixel front and rear-facing cameras. We also have the direct Stylus 2, which is actually meant to be a huge improvement on the first. It's got a rubber tip and actually measures the intensity of your presses by the amount of the tip that touches the screen. So I'm extremely excited to have a play with this. I will have a couple of videos up and a full review within a week. Thanks for watching.